You guys, so I want you to have one weight or a kettlebell if you have it. Go ahead and get your workout started on your watch if you want to track it to see how you're doing. I do have just a little bit of a cushion for at some point, so if you have a mat you want to have over to the side, you can. What we're going to do is we're going to go into a side lunge stretch here to start warm up. So side lunge, feel that inner thigh stretch and come back up. We're going to repeat. I know I'm slightly in the shade, so hopefully it doesn't obstruct what you're seeing too much. As you can see, you don't need a lot of room for these workouts, just very little space. You can take it outside like I do. I like to get a little bit more of a sweat on. Okay, let's step over. Let's go to the other side. Feel that stretch. You can go down a little bit of a pause if you want to get more of a stretch here. Okay, now we're going to go into a modified jack. Go out to the side, alternating legs, arms going up overhead. This will actually get your heart rate up a little bit more. Any kind of overhead movements makes your body have to work harder. Your heart has to work harder to pump the blood up to your fingertips. That's one tip of getting in a little bit of extra calorie burn, but it's not the absolute. It doesn't mean that you're not working hard if you don't have a really high calorie burn, okay? So the thing is that the way we move, going from one exercise to the next rather than doing straight cardio, with straight cardio, go ahead and release here. We're gonna do high knee, tap that opposite knee here. With straight cardio, which is all I used to do many years ago, and you burn calories are elevated for 2 to 3 hours following that cardio workout, okay? That's if you're riding bikes, going for a walk, running, doing Zumba, doing dance classes, doing step classes, any kind of cardio workout. But do circuit training and you can increase your metabolism for, research shows, as long as 72 hours later. So you're increasing that excess post oxygen consumption, that amount of time that your body has to work harder and increase that calorie burn for longer lengths of time following your workout. So you may not have a huge calorie burn during the workout, but you'll get way more calories burned with the following days. So in my opinion, release here, wide leg, squat down and up. In my opinion, it makes more sense for you to do shorter workouts that have you moving quickly from one thing to the next, doing strength training to get that EPOC, than for you just to focus on cardio all the time. Now, it's great for you to go for a walk. It's great for you to walk at a speed that exerts you, where you can't get out full sentences without taking a breath, right? It's great for you to do that. It's amazing for your stress levels. It's amazing for letting go of stuff. It's also really good for belly fat. I don't encourage people to go for runs unless they absolutely just love it, because it is hard on the joints. All right, release. I'm gonna let Izzy out real quick. Come on, girl. Okay. All right, guys. So go ahead and Grab your weight. This is real life. I know this stuff is happening to you guys while y'all are working out. So this is what happens to me when I work out at home too. Dogs and kids, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go wide leg. You want a flat back. You want your chin retraction. We're gonna go down to the center here, okay? This other arm, go ahead and start with me. See what I'm doing. This other arm stays up in the air. Rotates back, rotates forward, okay? Stick that butt back. Working the back side, hamstrings, glutes. You feel a stretch as you go down. Contract as you come up. You shouldn't have any rounding of the back here, okay? So you should have a flat back. Going down to the center. Okay, I want you to come up. I want you to switch hands. I want you to get the other arm up in the air. Same thing though. Take it back. Push the hips forward. So you don't look forward and arch your neck. You're looking down towards the ground. No rounding of the back. Keep going. We have 2 more. Last one. All right, good. Come on up. And what I want you to do here, so we're gonna hold that weight with both hands. Take those legs wide, and I want you to squat down. Notice my back is not like overarched like this. I have a pelvic tilt, flat back. So we're in this position, we push up and curl. Back down, up and curl. A slight little swing to the motion, but it's still nice and controlled, okay? Lengthening from the back of the neck. Feel those front neck muscles contracted. Stick the butt back slightly. Butt back in, push forward, okay? One more swing. You'll notice that I don't always count. It's a pet peeve for some of y'all don't care. So I just have learned that I can kind of go by a time that feels like it's a challenge, and know that we're getting in like 12 to 15 reps depending on your pace, okay? Because we're all different. All right, so if you want to count it out, that's good. We're pretty much keeping it even from one side to the next. So what I want you to do here, on this side that you have the weight in your hand, that toe is pointing out, the other toe is pointing forward. We're working our QLs, okay? This is the quadratus lumborum. You're gonna feel a stretch. The other arm goes up, more like a triangle here, okay? You push the hips back to the other side, squeezing the glutes, all right? You want to be straight, bending at the hips. So your range of motion might be different. You might not be able to go down as far. You might be going further. Palm rotates back and rotates forward. One more. All right, we're gonna swap sides. Toe turns out, with the weight. Other toe faces forward, hand comes up, hip out to the side, and then you come back up. Keep that steady breathing. We're going to do 2 more. Try not to let your toes lift up off the ground. I just did that by accident, leaning into my heels a little too much. All right, come on up. Y'all are doing great. All right, so this time we're going to do a swing. All right, so what I want you to do is you're going to take the legs wide, okay? We're going to bend the butt back, flat back. So from the side, flat back. Weight goes between the legs and then comes forward. You're just pushing with the hips. Arms swing directly in front of the chest. Straight arms. Lower body is doing the work. Try to keep your neck in alignment. So let your eyes go with the chest at all times. And release. All right, this is when you get to stop, grab a sip of water. Take a little bit of a breather. See where we're at. So we're going through that 2 more times. This is our set. All right. So grab that weight. We're going to take the legs wide. Weight goes to the center. Other arm comes up overhead. Butt goes back, flat back. Push through the feet and push those hips forward. Remember the arm rotates back, rotates forward. We have 2 more. All right, swap hands, same position, okay? Same position here. Butt goes back, flat back as you're down. Check yourself if you have a mirror, if you can set your phone up, if you can look. And I don't know if you guys feel it, but when you come forward and you do that extra bit of squeeze and you're exhaling, you should feel your abs tighten and contract as you're coming forward. All right, release here. So what we're gonna do here is that bit of a curl swing. So legs are wide. Remember, I want you to kind of start here. Nice flat back, check that position. Pelvic tilt to the back side to get that little bit of a stretch, but no rounding here, no arching. Push through the feet, come up and back down. And you curl up. Now this isn't putting a huge amount of weight on the biceps. In fact, we use our biceps pretty much on a daily basis. As far as if you're going shopping, if you're carrying in bags, You're carrying bags from the grocery store out to your car, from your car into the house, lifting and lowering. It's not a huge amount of weight that you're using, so we literally are working these muscles on a daily basis, but sometimes not necessarily to an amount that would cause a muscle tear, which is breaking down the muscle to build it stronger. All right, we're gonna release. So, adding in some weight can create some extra resistance to that muscle, but we're really not intentionally very drastically working biceps today. This is just an overall, mainly lower body workout, but we're getting in a little bit of everything, just with little bits, okay? All right, so legs spread out, toe forward, other toe pointed, arm goes up, hips out to the side. That palm's gonna rotate forward, okay? Squeeze that glute as you come back and shift to the other side. Trying to keep your head in alignment, so check where your neck is, how your neck is positioned. All right, one more. Okay. Switching sides. Other toe turned out, pointed side, pointed to the side, hip goes out to the side. So notice we're not spending a lot of time from one exercise to the next on this because we're working opposite sides. We don't really need to rest that muscle group because we weren't working it. Keep that exhale going. We have one more. All right, good. All right, so set yourself up. We're gonna take that butt back, push the hips forward, do that swing, okay? So we swing down and up, only coming to chest height or shoulder height here. Squeeze the glutes. You're sitting back into it, okay? Getting a little bit more of a contraction as you come forward. All right, and we slowly release. This is where we take a little bit longer of a break. Get a breather. All right, y'all are doing great. So, last round, let's grab that weight. Okay. Feet wide, this is where we go to the center here. Okay, weight is down, the other arm is up. Weight to the center, push it forward. Nice flat back. Two more. All right, switching sides. Adjust as needed. Other arm goes up. You take the butt back, flat back. Now, if you feel like, I want you to give it a chance. See if in a day or so you're sore. If you feel like this feels like it's super easy, I don't feel like I'm getting exerted, you know, any of that kind of stuff, then go to a heavier weight. This isn't something that you want to do super quickly because you don't want to compromise your form on this and use your back instead of using your glutes and your hamstrings to come up, okay? So you can go to a heavier weight as long as you feel like you're not using your back. Okay, release and come together. So, and by that, I mean, if you're coming forward and you're like this, that's using your back to come up when you're rounding. So if you're staying flat, you gotta squeeze and use those hips to come forward to come back up, okay? So, let's bend down, get in that position. Flat back, curl it up, pushing through the feet. We're gonna go a little bit longer. I love being out here and just getting to see the birds fly by and stuff like that while I'm working out. And it just adds just like a little bit of peacefulness to my workout. All right, release. Get a little bit of a breather. Y'all are doing great. Whew. Heart rate's at like 157. That move really gets it going. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's set up. Toe out with that side where the weight is. Arm comes up. Hip goes out to the side and back up. I'm gonna move just because partially in the shade and partially in the light. Keep that inhale and exhale going. So many times where we find ourselves holding our breath, and you don't want to do that. We have one more on this side. Okay, we're gonna swap, rotate, switch out. Coming up. Remember that alignment. If you feel like you want to spend time in that stretch, getting a little bit lower, working those muscles just a little bit more, just know, guys, anytime I do this exercise with anyone, you're going to feel in a couple days where you're going to say, my low back is sore. What did I do? This is going to be it. It's muscle soreness. You didn't, well, it hasn't been the case yet where anybody has pulled anything. You kind of will get to thinking, what did I do to my back to make it hurt like this? Go ahead and start using some muscle rubs. Get your magnesium spray. Do a bath soak, whatever you need to do to help encourage that body repair. Okay. All right, good. Release. I'll let her in while y'all are taking a break. Okay. So, we're gonna go into that swing here. All right, so wide legs. All right, set yourself up. Slight bend in those knees, butt goes back, and then get that swing going. Nice exhale, coming forward. We're gonna go a little bit longer because this is the finisher, guys. We're trying to burn every bit of excess glycogen storage that we have, which is how our body gets energy, is to store those carbs as glycogen in our cells and convert to energy. We want to use it all up. Let's do one more and release gently. Come out of it. Grab your sip of water if you feel like you need it. Got a good sweat in. I'm at 208 calories right now. If you want something to kind of measure, but again, it's not the most important thing because, like I said, you're going to increase your energy consumption for the next 48 to 72 hours, and that is way better than doing a straight cardio workout. So I do that as sort of a measurement so you can try to challenge yourself, but at the same time, we are all different and can't base that on what I'm doing, okay? You can't base your energy burn on my body, all right? Split lunge. We're gonna reach over on this one and get that good oblique stretch, and then through here, QLs as well. This is like one of my favorites. Pull it down. Switching legs. All right, so you guys have to let me know, like, can you see me pretty well? Is the shade obstructive to what you can see me doing? Do I need to figure out better lighting, all that kind of stuff? Y'all holler at me and let me know so I can switch things up if I need to, because I definitely want you to be able to see what I'm doing really, really well. All right, let's come up. Legs are gonna come together and cross. Take your butt down, or butt back. Hands down to the floor. So we should be getting backside of the legs because we worked a lot of hamstrings and glutes today. And then you can also kind of take your hands to the side. So you want to go towards the back leg. So if it's your left leg that's back, go to the right. And also feel that stretch in the QLs. So let's hit that a couple of times. Get a nice good stretch there. To center. Slowly raise yourself up. Uncross those legs. Go to the other side. Butt goes back, bending over. Hands down to the floor. That leg is getting that stretch. Then you can take your hands to that other foot. So right leg's back, twisting towards the left. You may be tighter on one side than the other, so you can spend a little bit more time. You can go back to the other side if you feel like you need it. Spend a little bit more time on that. I know that I am. I'm really tight on my left side. All right. Coming up. Make sure that you take some time to do some deep breathing. Get yourself to relax. Help to let things go. Purposely inhale all that positivity and exhale all the negativity, all the negative thoughts that you're thinking. Let it go. Only positive thoughts to yourself. Get that mindset to where you're working on how you speak to yourself and your beliefs in what you can do and that you can reach your goals. Okay? Have a great day.